How's it going, guys and gals? This is a follow-up video so we can go over the Trials of Ascendancy and unlock the third labyrinth. So I'm going to go back to Act 8 and we're going to go to the bathhouse. This will be our first stop. Knock out the labyrinth. Should be pretty easy. Everything here is level 57. We're level 70 already. Our damage is pretty much, solid right now. So it should be easy, and I think this, if I remember correctly, that this specific trap is pretty simplistic. I think it's the fire trap. I think. Yep, this looks like it's the right direction.
On the night of 1,000 ribbons, our finest city burned. Fires by cruelty and neglect. It burned with shame, forbidding the Titan of Emperor.
With max resistance, you can survive pretty well on the fire. Still not like you want to be on there the whole time. Grab the recipe. Hit that lever. Jump up here. Hit this lever. And these, I mean, you just the fire traps. You just gotta wait. It gets tricky when you start running into fire traps that also have like spike traps or sentry traps running across them and stuff like that. It gets a little hectic when you gotta pick spots that are near those kinds of traps. But overall, these traps aren't that bad. Let's see. Oh, nice. I guess it doesn't do anything. It doesn't open up a portal because you're like right next to the entrance. Okay. Um, that's actually not bad. Okay, so next stop is going to be Act 9, the tunnel. Alright. Let's find this place. Get this done. Ooh, damage. See, no, and that's another thing that you gotta remember. No matter how strong you get, with enough hits, even weak creatures can do quite a bit of damage to you. So don't get too don't get too cocky about the fact that you can do a lot of damage, because believe me, you can still take it. That's usually when people die, is when they get too overconfident about their ability to withstand hits. Because in this game, it doesn't matter. You can be one of the strongest characters around, have major DR and all that good stuff, and believe me, you're still gonna take damage. Um, your best bet, of course, is not taking hits, but there's only so far you can go in that route too. So. Alright, this should be it. And this is blade sentries. These things can be a little dangerous, just depends. For the most part, you can avoid them. You see, they can go a little. See, they can go a little faster, and they got those blades on the side. So you gotta really keep your distance from them. Let's see, this guy's running pretty fast. Let's see if we can get over here real quick. See, when you're running from stuff like that, again, having a movement skill is super duper important. Finding a safe spot is also super duper important. Nope, 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 nope. Yeah, last thing you want to do is take a whole bunch of hits from those. Again, traps never stop doing the same amount of damage. They always do the same amount of damage. Do not forget that. Because the damage they do is a percentage of your health. So, of course, when you have a smaller health pool, it does look like it does more damage, but no. It does it quicker because there's such a small amount there. uh, but uh, but yeah. And less to be taken up. So let's go. What's next? Next stop is gonna be Act 10, and let's get there. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, oh, it's that away. Which I think is right here. So that's why there's not a waypoint directly into it. But this is where the trap, or not the trap, the Ascendancy trial will be. This is the last one we need for the third labyrinth. Of course, I'll also be making a video for the third labyrinth. Labyrinths change. I think it's weekly, or it might be daily. I'm not 100% sure. Let me check. Let me see. Well, I'll check in a second. I don't want to die either. So and these guys are a bit closer to my level, so they can actually pump out a decent amount of damage on me. Alright, should be this way. Usually I just look for the little book thing and that'll pretty much take me to this right spot. And this one is darts. Darts are kind of a pain. You just kind of got to look for where the dead spots are. So like right here. If you use your movement skills, it makes it that much easier. Yeah, you just gotta look for the dead spots. That's pretty much it. So right here. Whoop, maybe not. Get out of the way. Could have sworn there was a dead spot right here. That's right there. Oh wait, no, it's not. I see it now. There's two different sets right there. Okay. Either way, if you can find spots where you can teleport to or use a movement skill to, it's better. But if you have to, just move as quick as possible out of those, because that's poison and it will mess you up really bad. And those are the Ascendancy trials for the third labyrinth. Really not all that bad, like I said. That unlocks it so we can come over here and we can actually start our I think it's the Merciless Labyrinth. Yeah, Merciless Labyrinth. This isn't required, but it's the recommended level of 68. So it is pretty, you do pretty much get to the end of the game, or roughly the end of the game, before you can unlock it. So that's pretty much where they expect you to be when running it. Let's see. Check one thing for y'all. Let's see. Okay, yes, it's daily. The maps change daily, so that's why it's important. You can go check out let's see, have it listed actually. I think it's poe.lab or poe lab. Yeah, poelab.com. There you can go and you can actually see what the labyrinth layout is and what kind of traps and what kind of bosses you can find, everything like that. So if I click on Merciless Labyrinth, it'll actually show me the general layout and show me what I'll find across, across the board. It'll tell me, where the dark shrines are. It'll tell me everything like that. This way you don't miss out on anything. You maximize your labyrinth run. And that's something that you always want to do because you do farm the labyrinth for gear. You farm it for other purposes as well. For currencies so you can craft and everything like that. So it is quite important. Um, Beyond that though, that was it. Those were the trials. The next video out will be the labyrinth itself, and of course that one I'll have to cut down because those labyrinths do take a while to run. But until then, this is Elderofwoe saying over and out.